it's Don Petrasic from InvestWell, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you about the most important thing to consider when buying fixer-upper houses. Get this right, and you'll not only be able to sell or rent the house for an amount others don't think is possible, but you'll also be able to do it quickly. Now, I've been involved in the real estate industry for over 20 years as a real estate agent, mortgage broker, and also as an investor. I've seen a lot of other investors make mistakes, and I've made a number of mistakes myself, including one that cost me $18,000. But since I started applying the concept I'm about to tell you about, I've been able to buy houses far more confidently and worry a lot less. When most people begin looking at a fixer-upper house, they'll start by trying to determine what the repair costs are going to be. And of course, this is a really important step. That's why I've spent over 8 years perfecting my rehab offer calculator spreadsheets, and why I spent over $30,000 building the home remodeling cost calculator for iPads and Android tablets. But this isn't the first step. There's a step that's even more important. It's called determining your USP. Stephen Covey once said, "Start with the end in mind." And that's exactly what the USP is. The USP is your unique selling proposition. So it's the one thing or group of things that is going to set your house apart from the competition when it's done. But it's important to figure out your USP up front. In most cases, you can come up with at least one thing you can do to the property to set it apart from the competition. But the thing or things you come up with may not always be practical. That's why you need to figure out your USP first, so that your repair cost estimate will reflect this improvement or set of improvements, and it won't come as an unexpected and profit-zapping add-on in the end. And if you find that you don't have the budget to get your USP done, you probably don't want the house. Now, this is the point where investors sometimes make a mistake, especially in sellers markets. Yes, your house will be turnkey. Yes, it'll look great. You've gone through it. It looks like a new house. But this by itself might not be a unique selling proposition. You might be competing against 4 other houses in exactly the same condition. I just experienced this myself not too long ago in a very strong seller's market where I rehabbed an entire house from top to bottom. When I looked at the competition, I realized I was going to be up against at least 3 other houses in exactly the same condition. So what I did was I spent extra money on the bathroom and essentially put a luxury bathroom in a first-time buyer house. That set it apart from the other houses that were on the market, and I was able to sell it in a week. Had I not done that, I would have been competing against 3 other houses. Let's say I was competing against 4, and my chances of selling it are now 1 in 5 or 20%. Not great odds. Even if you choose a unique selling proposition that one other house on the market has, you've upped your odds to 50%. So make sure it's unique, make sure it's special, and make sure only you or maybe you and one other have this unique selling proposition. Okay, so you understand the concept of unique selling proposition, but now you're wondering, okay, what are my options for putting this in? What kinds of things might make up a unique selling proposition? Depends on your market. You've got to understand your market. You've got to understand what's out there. You've got to understand what features other houses have. Some common unique selling propositions might be an open floor plan, might be a back deck and outdoor living space, could be ceramic tile in a vinyl floor market, could be skylights. Interesting story, my parents just bought a house not too long ago, and it was up near the $300,000 price range. And the interesting thing was, when they came back from looking at the house, one of the first things that they told me about was the Nature Stone floor coating in the garage. So you think of this, relatively high-end house for this market, and the thing that stuck in their mind was the coating on the garage floor. I don't think it was necessarily the coating itself. I think that was sort of the defining thing for them, that this house was in great shape. Everything was in order, even down to the garage floor having the coating on it. And this to them, I think, made the difference comparatively to the other houses they looked at. It made this house stand out, and they bought it. Now, determining your USP requires that you know your market and that you're able to compare your house against others. In an upcoming email, I'm going to show you how to do that using the same methods that real estate appraisers use. In the meantime, feel free to contact me if you need any help using any of my products, or even if you just have some general real estate investing questions. By the way, you don't need to buy my products to ask for my help. I'm happy to talk to other real estate investors at any time. It really helps me get new ideas, keep informed about what's happening in other markets, and understand what information and services other investors are looking for. Good luck with your home renovation projects, and I hope to speak with you soon.